So as a lot of you might know, I am based in Calgary, Alberta in Canada. And if you are aware of what's been happening around the world, you know there's a little bit of trade tensions between Canada and the US. So there really hasn't been a better time than now to start supporting Canadian brands. And to be honest, this has been something very close to my heart even before I moved to Canada from Singapore. And if you followed my channel all these years, when I was back in Singapore, I put in a lot of focus and tried to emphasize as much as possible a lot of really good Singaporean brands. So yes, I always try to support local. And again, there is no better time to do the same right here in Canada. Which is why I am kicking off an entirely brand new series featuring Canadian brands, mostly tech or tech related. And we are kicking off our first video with this. So this is the Fantom Wallet. Not only a Canadian brand, but made right here in Canada. So the Fantom Wallet does come in a few different models. This one is the Fantom M, there is the Fantom S and the Fantom X. Now, regardless of the different models, it does come in 3 different options in terms of the number of cards it supports. The one that I have supports up to 7 cards. You can have one that is even smaller and one that goes all the way up to 13 cards. Now, I am actually very familiar with this sort of design for cards because when I moved here in 2021, I actually bought the Ridge wallet, and for the most part, it is a good wallet and I really liked it. But with that sort of design, it didn't really have an ability to sort of search through your cards and pick out the one that you want. So I would have to take out all the cards, flip through and see which one I want, use it, and then put everything back. But yep, one of the coolest party pieces about the Fantom Wallet, regardless of the model, it comes with a little lever over here, which I can press. It fans out all the cards, and then I can just pick whatever one I want in between. When I'm done, I can just put it back and put everything back in the wallet. Really simple. Now, like I said, I've used the Ridge wallet for a few years, but I have to say, this is the best quality wallet I have ever used. I'm not just saying this because I'm featuring Canadian brands, but I was pleasantly surprised at how solid this thing is. Now, I'm saying solid, not heavy. It's actually not very heavy, but it is extremely solid. Now, it is made from an entire block of aluminium, and like I said, it is made in Canada. Now, the only thing apart from the cards that is not made of aluminium is this money clip, which is an attachment that you can add on, but it's not made of aluminium. But that's not unfortunate because it is made of grade 5 titanium, which I think is overkill, but the fact that they're doing it is awesome. And speaking of attachments, they have a ton of different attachments that you can add to customize your Fantom Wallet. So like I said, you have the titanium money clip. You also have a card that you can purchase, which is a tracker card for you to track your wallet, and it supports Apple. You even have an attachment where you can install an AirTag, so you can, again, to help track your wallet. It does have RFID protection built in regardless of whether you have an attachment or not. And it even has a coin holder, which I think is only on the S, but I honestly have no idea how they managed to squeeze in a coin holder, but that is insane. And in terms of design, the one I have here has a carbon fiber layer over it. Now, they have a few different designs. They all look really cool. And I actually think the coolest is the one with the wood finish. And I love it so much that I'm gonna think of an excuse to buy that one as well. Now, like I said, I've used the Ridge wallet for a few years. And in terms of size, they are very similar. The Ridge wallet is a little shorter than the Fantom Wallet because it has this fanning mechanism here. However, even with 7 cards, which I also have about 7 cards on the Ridge wallet, this is way thinner, which is what you're gonna feel in your pocket. Not how long it is, but really how thin it is. And now, one of the coolest things about this wallet, and I haven't seen this feature on any other kind of wallets like this, this one, which is another attachment that you can add to the wallet, is that it has a MagSafe magnet over here. So yes, if you have an iPhone, you can actually put it on your iPhone and then you just have one item to carry around. And like I said, it's so thin that it doesn't really stick out. Now, if you've got an Android phone that, well, basically doesn't have MagSafe, or if you have an older iPhone that came out before MagSafe came out, you can actually buy a MagSafe magnet sticker from Fantom as well, so you can stick on your phone and then you can attach the wallet. Or another option is, I have a Google Pixel 8 Pro over here, which is an Android phone, but I have a phone case that I got from D brand, which is also Canadian, by the way. But that case actually comes with a MagSafe magnet built in. So yes, I can actually show you. I can just put this over here and there you go. Really simple. And yeah, it might stick out a bit, but like for me, when I go to the gym, I don't have two things to carry around, flinging around my shorts. I can just have this, carry this around. It's so much easier. It is really strong. It's not gonna fall no matter what I do. It takes a bit of effort to pry it out, so it's pretty safe. So the Fantom Wallet is available online for purchase, not just in Canada, but overseas, international as well. They do ship internationally, so that's great. If you want to support a Canadian brand, or even if that doesn't really matter to you, it's just a really good wallet. And yes, I am throwing out my Ridge wallet, and this is going to be my go-to wallet every day. It is just a fantastic wallet. Well done, Fantom. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the first video in our series highlighting Canadian brands. And like I said, if you have a Canadian brand in mind that you want us to feature, drop a comment. We have plenty more in store already lined up, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you soon.